Time is making everyone keep them behind. There's so much more we can do with this. I hope that we can find people saying this. One of the things that pains me the most is I've come to see Nigerians in the UK talk less. When you see the Asians, the Arabs, they think business, not job. And that's what I think should form part of the conversation now in the African community. And I want to thank everyone who has given it time to make this possible. Honestly, I am greatly blessed. I have seen so many things beyond what I've seen before. And I'm sure it's the same experience for everyone. But I tell you the truth, what you have seen is not the complete version. So we are going into that other hall to collect the remaining one. Yeah, sorry, before we go, we are taking one here.
We do session 2.
Yes, we do session 2 here. And then we go back to the other hall. Please. Oh, finish it here. My organ has spoken. We'll finish it here. So please, fasten your seatbelt. Because we are going on a very high altitude now.
Yes.
And I want to please beg you, pay attention. Engineer Femi said, everything you read today are what people pay thousands of pounds to get. I don't know how Doctor was able to summarize his life into those few minutes, and he gave it to us. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes forward.
I was like, oh my God, I feel like we should just finish now.
So I started my first session. For people who missed the first session, you must get this book. It's called Crack the Code. Crack the Code. This is my latest book on Crack the Code. It's called The Hidden System Behind the Fulfilled Life. And everything I'm sharing is from this book. It's a very, very mind-blowing, powerful book. It has everything that relates to purpose discovery. But just a quick recap. So we said there are 2 dimensions to purpose. One, we have a shared purpose, meaning why are we all here? And we define it as glorifying God and making a difference in the life of people. And we have each and every person also has a unique purpose, meaning what are you sent to do or born to do in life? And we also said that your job can either be a platform or a pathway. It's a platform if what you are born to do is connected to what you are being paid to do. If there is that connection, then it's a platform, and it's a pathway if there is no direct connection, but it could just like you are learning something, but it's leading to something, right? So, and we mentioned that there are 3 facts about your purpose. One, that you are not called to do everything, you are not sent to everyone, and you will not succeed everywhere. Now, this is where I'm going. The practical pathways to discovering your purpose. I'm going to spend probably 15 minutes or 20. I'll just summarize it, but if you really want the detail, you will have to get the book. Now, there are 3 mistakes people make when it comes to their journey of purpose discovery. So the first mistake people make is thinking that your purpose is your own decision or your own choice. It's just like when you buy a car, right? And let's say the car is big, you bought a petrol car, but you decide that, wow, I really don't fancy petrol, I want to use orange juice. So you went to Tesco, you bought packs of orange juice, and you decide to use that as your car for what's going to happen to the car?
Knock engine.
Knock engine. You know why? Even though it's your car, but you don't decide how the car is for. You discover how your car is for and you confirm. It's the same with purpose. You don't get to choose. You can choose career, you can choose different things, you can choose the clothes to wear, but when it comes to your purpose in life, it's not your decision. Tell somebody beside you, say it's not your decision. It is your discovery. Very powerful. Meaning you discover your purpose, you don't decide it. The second thing is that the second mistake people make is ignoring the clue that God has already placed in your life. There is already a clue that points to what you've been born to do, and you must find that clue. And number 3 is Kesera, whatever will be. It's the mentality of not inferior, but this is the mentality of insignificant people. That whatever will be, what it's going to be clear in whichever way. That I don't need to do anything to discover my purpose. I just have to stay there, do nothing. That whatever will be. It's a very, very big, serious mentality. Now, there are 2 paths to purpose discovery. Very important. The first part to purpose discovery is called the revelation pathway. Please repeat it after me. Revelation pathway. Number 2 is the reflection pathway. Say reflection pathway. What does that mean? Revelation pathway means you discover your purpose based on the insight, instructions, and the ideas that you receive from your intimacy with God. That is called the revelation pathway. The reflection pathway is identifying the clues that God has already placed in your life at birth. Meaning there is something you've been born to do, but the clue has already been placed there. To identify that is called the reflection pathway. I don't have time to talk about the revelation pathway, but they are all in the book. But I'm just going to talk a bit about the reflection pathway. Now the question is, if there are already clues that points to your life purpose, the question is, what are the clues that God has already placed in your life? And there are 3 of them. 1, what you love. Passion. Say passion. Passion. God hides what you are meant to do and born to do in life in what you are passionate about and what you love to do. And you see, when Dr. Larry was sharing his slide about how to choose the right business, he's talking about purpose literally, but in the business context. Mr. Femi, the same thing. This is very, very important. That what you've been born to do is connected to what you naturally love doing. Meaning what you naturally love doing should be what you should be doing in life. Right? Number 2 is what you are naturally good at. The problem I'm saying is that people learn skills that are not connected to their natural gifts and talents. And they are not the same thing. Skill and natural talent or gift are not the same thing. Skill, you learn it. Natural talent is something you've been born with. And what you do is that you refine your natural talent by acquiring relevant skill that connects to that same talent. Are we getting it? Yeah. Number 3 is the issues you deeply care about and feel led to solve. You can care about so many issues, but are you led to solve it? Very important. So the combination of these 3 gives you a clue about what you've been born and called to do. How does that work out? Let's take Miles Moreau for example. His unique purpose statement is, I am born to transform followers to leaders and leaders into agents of change. What does he love doing? Unlocking human potentials through purpose discovery and leadership development. What is he naturally good at? Communication, teaching, writing. What are the problems and issues he deeply cares about? People living without purpose or vision and poor leadership. And he spent his entire life doing this. Do you see how what I'm saying is connecting to a practical example? Let's take another lady as an example of Oprah. Oprah's unique purpose statement is to be a teacher and to be known for inspiring my students to be more than they thought they could be. What does she love naturally doing? Creating conversations that bring hope, emotional healing, and change. What is she naturally good at? Communication and storytelling. Problems and issues she deeply cares about: trauma, inequality, abuse against women, low self-esteem, and identity issues. And she spent her entire life becoming a billionaire and the icon she is because of this pattern. Can you see that? Now you must complete this. What do you love doing? Connect it to what you are naturally good at, and connect it to the issues you deeply care about and feel led to solve. Very important. Now someone may be asking, okay, how do I know what I love doing? Here are the 4 ways to know what you love doing. 1, energizer. What activity makes you come alive and feel energized? What is it that makes you come alive? Energizer. Number 2, curiosity. What do you naturally explore without being prompted? Something you naturally just love researching about. You just enjoy learning. You love gaining knowledge. You want to know as much depth as that thing. What is it? Curiosity. Number 3 is time flies. What engages you so deeply that you lost track of time? And I'm not talking about gaming, please. So what engages you so deeply that you lost track of time? What do you enjoy doing so much that you can lose track of time? For example, if you leave me here, I can spend from now till next year. I'll just continue what I'm doing right now. Because this is what makes me come alive. Put me somewhere else, you will see that I'm not smart. So you have to understand what you naturally love doing. Number 4 is natural drive. What activities do you love to do without motivation? What do you naturally like? They wake you up, 3 a.m. You jump at it. What is it? That connects to what you naturally love doing. Now, how do you know what you are naturally good at? Because I feel people struggle with this question. People struggle with this, that they've been saying I should discover my natural talent. But the question is, how do I know my natural talent? There are 5 things I want to show you. 1 is journey. What activities are you naturally drawn to? Naturally drawn to. Number 2, rapid learning. What do you pick up faster than most people? Number 4, flow. In what task do steps naturally come to you automatically? For some people, they will need to go and learn public speaking. But for some of us, it comes naturally. For some people, they will need to go for marketing master's degree. Why for some people, they are natural marketers? Am I saying the truth? It just comes naturally. Some people, you need to go and learn how to be funny. Some people, their face, you just start laughing. It's natural. So you need to know your flow. Tell somebody, say, know your flow. Know your flow. Your flow means what is it that you can do that you didn't learn from anybody, but you can just naturally just do. And you enjoy it so much. The steps just come to you naturally. Even when you start going for masters, it just confirms what you can naturally do. It becomes an addition, not necessarily you learning something new. Right? Number 4, glimpse of excellence. What is it that you go and you go, oh, how did I just do that? Glimpse of excellence. What is it that you do that you can achieve a near to perfect performance? You need to find out. Glimpse of excellence. And the last one is exceptional compliment. What do people consistently praise you for without prompting? They've been telling you in primary school you are good at this. They've been praising you. Your parents are praising you. People at school are praising you for that thing. People in church are praising you for that thing. People at work are praising you. What is it that you naturally can do that you receive exceptional compliment without any form of prompting from anybody? These 5 things can help you. Now I want you to read this after me. The reverse. Let's read it together. A person who has not discovered their gift will not have a room in life and will never stand before great people. Can we try that again? Let's read it again. A person who has not discovered their gift will have no room in life and will never stand before great people. This is true. Your talent and your gift, they are not optional in life. Yet we have many people, they are 60 years, but they've never discovered what they are naturally good at till their retirement. Never discovered it. You will never have a room in life. The best you can be is to become an achiever, but your achievement will be empty because it will lack fulfillment. Your gift is connected to what you've been born to do in life. Alright. And see, your gift is also your source of value to the world, because to become valuable, you must become unique. Your value is measured by the degree of your usefulness and the degree to which you are needed and useful. And to become unique, you must be rare. Your uniqueness is defined by the ability for people not to be able to ignore you. And to become rare, you must refine your gift. Your rarity means the difficulty of replacing you. You can see how it connects together. To become valuable, you must become unique. To become unique, you must be rare. To become rare, you must refine your talent. Meaning everything starts here, refining the gift that you are already born with. Then from there, you move to becoming valuable, unique, rare in life. Alright, now the last one, the issues you deeply care about. How do you know the issues you deeply care about? 1 is contribution, 2, anger, 3, grief, and 4, burden. Contribution means the things that you've been naturally designed to add to your world. How do you know that? The first test, there are 3 tests. 1, the freedom test. If money and time were never issues, what will you spend your life doing? If we remove the constraints of time and we remove the constraints of money in this UK, what would you want to spend your life doing? You must answer this question. Number 2, courage test. If failure was impossible, what will you pour your energy into? Number 3, generosity test. What kind of thing can you do for free without even expecting money? Even if you are not paid for it, it's something you will do and do and do even without anything, without any reward. What is it? It connects to what you naturally love to do. Okay, anger. Anything you can't stand is a problem you've been naturally designed to solve. But what you can't stand and you are led to solve is an issue you've been naturally designed to solve. Alright? Let me tell you something. Anger was never designed to be a destructive emotion. Anger by God was never designed for us to be angry about people. No, anger was initially designed to become a tool for you to locate the problem you've been born to solve. That is the real purpose of anger. But anger is being misused these days. But the real original is for you to review what you can't stand, which connects to the problem you've been naturally born to solve. Number 3, grief. Whatever moves you into tears is connected to what you've been called to heal in life. Your healing ministry is connected to your grief. Meaning, what are the pains you've experienced that you never want others to go through again? What pain have you gone through? The issues that breaks your heart that you feel compelled within your spirit to solve. That is what grief. The last one is burden. The unexplainable weight in your heart. And how do you know that? What are the recurring thoughts and ideas that has been chasing you from secondary school to university? The same ideas keeps repeating itself every time. Pay attention to things to thoughts and patterns that keeps repeating itself that refuses to die. It means something is calling you. It's connected to what you've been born to solve. The second one is divine instruction. What instruction have you received from God that has become too heavy for you to ignore? These 4, now if we connect everything together, this is what it looks like. And you'll find everything in my book. So if you are looking for, how do I get this slide? They are all in the book, trust me. So what you love, energizer, curiosity, time flies, natural drive, what you are naturally good at, yearning, rapid learning flow, glimpse of excellent, exceptional compliments, and the issues you deeply care about and feel led to solve, contributions, anger, grief, and burden. And lastly, the question is, how do I deal with these constraints? For some having constraints, career constraints like we talk about, I know what I'm meant to do, but I'm stuck in a job I hate, something I don't have passion for. What do I do? Money and time constraints, I have big ideas and visions, but I do not have money and time. What do I do? Economic and governmental system constraint. I would really love to do this, but I'm trapped in an unfavorable system that constantly sabotages my effort. What do I do? Immigration status. I know what I'm capable of, but my immigration status limits my opportunity, stability, and ability to pursue my goal freely. What do I do? I have a final model to show you, and that will be my last slide. Is that you will need to shift from your cycle of consign to your cycle of control. Your cycle of consign is everything you care about, all your constraints, but you do not have control on them. If you focus on your cycle of consign, you will never be able to do anything significant in life. You must shift from the cycle of consign to the cycle of control, which means what are the things that I can actually do something about? What can I naturally influence at this season of my life? Very powerful. I will finish with this story. There was a young boy who had polio at the age of 3. And the parents were unable to take him to school because they couldn't afford it in terms of transportation, because he couldn't walk properly. So whenever the siblings are going to school, this boy will cry. He didn't know what else again to do. Until one day, he made a determination. It was like, whenever my siblings are going to school, I will also follow them, but at least I will stand at the gate. and I won't go back home until my siblings also come back. So he made that first step by standing at the gate. And after maybe for some days or weeks, there was someone who was passing by and saw this boy and asked him, why are you always standing at the gate and crying? He was like, because I had polio, I want to go to school but nobody to help me. And said, I'm going to see your parents. So the man met him, saw the parent and said, I'm going to offer to take this boy to school every single day. What am I trying to drive at? Is that whenever you stand at the gate of your destiny, help will always come. I'm not saying may come. We come sometimes. No. Whenever you take that first step, if you are looking for a favorable condition, that day is not coming. Let me just tell you. There is no favorable day, no favorable condition anywhere. Whenever you stand at the gate of your destiny, help will always come for you. If that boy had remained in the room, help wouldn't have come. He would have just been weeping and dying and probably never go to school. Now that boy is now a great business person who is doing great stuff right now across the country. So what am I trying to say? Please, your cycle of concern, the things you care about you don't have control, write them in one place. And write what is it that you can control right now. And begin to focus on this. And that begins your journey to breaking out of those constraints of life. So lastly, like I mentioned, the book Crack the Code has everything I've just discussed. And you can also register for a Clarity of Purpose Masterclass 3-month transformational program to really go in depth into what I'm saying. This is the book. And of course, I also have another book that I wrote 7 years ago. It's called Changing the Equation, Going Beyond Your Limitations into Becoming Maker. You can find this also on Amazon. Very powerful book. So please, when we finish, you can go to the bookstand there and get your copy. Buy it for someone. Buy it for your family members. It will be a book that will truly shift your destiny and transform your life. I hope you've been blessed. Thank you so much.
While he was speaking, I received an inspiration.
Okay.
And the Spirit just spoke to you. It's your one hour shift money that buys this book. 1 hour shift. I buy this book, and then this book will change that sheet into you employing other people. So please, this book is sold for less than £15. Less than. You know, I'm lucky and privileged. If I give this book to my daughter, she'll finish it in 1 day. I can tell you that one for sure. Please, if at this stage you are still struggling, and then you know somebody who is already taking steps, this book can help them. Maybe when they find their footing, they'll be able to now help you to also stand. But it's better if you be the one standing so that you can help others to stand. Please, I want to encourage you. Don't go without buying this book. Please. Don't go without buying this book. Dr. Stephen said something earlier. He said, if you sit down and refuse to take steps, everything they said today will just be a waste. Honestly. The leper says, why sit we here till we die? Let's go. If we die, we die. But that step alone they took transformed their life, not just their life, another nation entirely. Who knows? Who knows? Oyedepo said, and I quote, trapped inside your life are several other destinies that should be blessed. So may I have this grace to tell everyone, please be on your feet. Thank you for coming. We're now going into the other hall, and we're going to have the panel session. We're going to have it here. Oh, my apologies, please. Now, please, I'll just call on.
Quantify in terms of, placing prices. So I must commend every speaker that has spoken here. I'm very impressed. I'm very inspired. What I just want to say, I don't know if I should call it a question, but I just want to ask, how can I also volunteer for this kind of, maybe for TSG or whatever? I would like to say that. Thank you.
So, at TSG, indeed, I think we need as many people as possible because our Vision 2035 is to reach 10 million people across the nations. So currently we are doing this program city by city. We've just done Wolverhampton, we're doing Ipswich, we're going to London in September. So we're moving from city to city, and what we need at the moment is that we want partners, for people who want to partner with us in terms of maybe you have a skill set you want to bring in, or maybe you have, it can be financial, it can be anything really, anything you can offer to drive the vision to help people gain clarity of purpose and be empowered to transform their society. I think we really welcome everything. And so you can definitely see us. I'll get your name, your details, and we can talk further.
Thank you, Mr. for this conference via Eventbrite. So we don't have the details. Please do us the favor by just completing the form at registration desk. So we just have your details so that we can give you some updates, and if possible, also send some packages to you as well, and then further communications.
The panelists for a wonderful session. I believe we've all benefited enormously regarding various sectors, how businesses start. And I want to also point out what my brother here said, that how come we have very few people here and is volunteering to actually join the program. The $1 million question that I'm asking is perhaps inputs from each and every one of you, because you are into IT, you are into agriculture, security, and all. It boils down to the point of marketing. How do you break that code? Because in every business, you do production, you have the idea. As I speak to you, I have is it conglomerate? I'm into IT, I'm into agriculture, I'm into music, I'm into creativity, but the bottom line still dwells. I'm into finance. The bottom line is the end product, which is converting that idea, production, into markets. We have this program here for free, right? And despite all the publicity and all that, we have very limited numbers. And if you put a price to it as well, people will still shy away. So there's still that problem, which I believe every one of us we're trying to solve. But I need your inputs from various sectors, how you've been able to, crack the code of market.
Because you are going to now define all those things. Use this context. One is to identify a problem, solve the problem, come up with a solution, monetize the solution, and ensure it's profiting. Now, there's no how if what you said you're doing is solving a problem. Because solving a problem means that there are people who are in need of it. Yeah. I want to give you an example. For all my products, my farm, for example, now, I just expanded to 10,000 beds laying eggs. Now, I also expanded into processing. Before I go into that products to buy them in and all that, I've concluded sales. Because there's no need of having a product that you cannot sell. And it comes forth from your projection while you are working. Right now, there's about 5 people taking 2,000 beds. 5 companies. So we are running like 4 weeks. Every 4 weeks we are turning them out. So that means that business is set already. So you're not struggling to start it out and then you are now looking for the market. All my products for the sales of I don't have a sales team in my real estate. I raise sales team for people. Marketing is my concept. That's my first eye. Because you can never, be an MBA CEO without first understanding. And many people are marketers. I'm a salesperson. The difference between marketing is using concept and idea to promote a product. You are exchanging money for value when you're a salesperson. So my concept, when I'm bringing out, I have every niche plan. I'm telling you that it's just not something I can tell you here. I don't have sales team, but I'm selling more than people. Are you with me? All my products, I'm not boasting. But once I define it, it is solving a problem. In fact, now I have to expand my egg business because it's no more enough. It's no more enough. So start from where you are, but be sure that you have many things, as you have said. Are they really solving problems? Why are you doing them? Is it because somebody is doing them? The product I am an originator of my product. I am not a copycat. I design my product based on the market. I have become like a trend. Many people come to follow up like a pace setters. And that is who you are. See, I'm in the UK now. I'm not following all of the things. I'm still gathering. When I launch out, I can never fail.
You can as well tell others the benefit of what you've gotten from
It's a marketing strategy.
So don't keep quiet about what you learned today. That's very important.
My question is to Dr. Larry. I've been in business for over 12 years. I run a successful business in Nigeria, and I've employed so many people to manage graduates and also friends and family. And also, coming into the UK, I already started business my first year here. But because of the demand in Nigeria of managing people, headache, greed, and loss and all, I've invested so much back in Nigeria as well. So the challenge is, you have, how do you manage many businesses? Because I have like other business I want to start in the UK. My business has officially started here in the UK. Also, I'm diversifying into other things. How do you put a structure down whereby the structure is properly followed even when you're not there? You don't have to micromanage people. You don't have to watch CCTV to see people are doing the right thing. How are you able to do structure? Why you're in the UK here, things are running properly. Considering the fact that Nigerians are very tricky and I don't know things very tricky.
I'm not missing words. I know I said something here that my foundation, my business is built on the word of God. That's the first thing. No, it's nothing you can come and tell me. When I set out, I was convinced, I know exactly that is my precept, because whatever I build on it will determine whether I stand in or fail. So I tell people when I do my training and teaching, I tell them about the spiritual dimension to business. There is a spiritual dimension. All that you can see is all you can see. There are things that goes beyond in the realm of the spirit and is real. Even the Bible recognizes it, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness. Those are those people in the high places. So if you take care of those things foremost, and that is what I do, because if you take care of that realm, you will have what it takes. The people, the vision without people will perish. The people without vision will perish. So, in concept, I don't take it lightly when it comes to recruitment. And that is where God has blessed me. Because I have used that concept. There are people with right minds. Everybody is not the same. How to attract them? You will attract only what you are foremost. I tell people, what you have sown. When I was working, I sold the same concept, I sold myself out. I have never, let me tell you, since almost 17 years now, my account is not, I don't operate it. I have an accountant, or even the series of 3 sets of accounting personnel that have worked with me. They are the ones that transact. They are the ones that I just send them, and I've never thought of one day somebody will steal my money. No matter the money will be. The same trust I built, I have about each of those subsidiaries as managers, MDs. And if you look at the way I raise those MDs, because there's a place of first understanding exactly what you're doing. I have always been, every business I started, I know it from up to down. So nobody can come up and tell me. Many of them come with their ideas, but you are someone who should impact, and that's why the origination of all this thing comes in. You must know everything you want to do. The other person, you are the visionary, so you carry it. Now, we don't impact. If you look at how things are done here, there is always a place of training. When you join the company, the orientation, all those things. We don't have those stuff. You just equip someone, get somebody who say, give you a CV and all that, and say, you're placing them there. there is a place of raising leaders. And if you look at the concept of the scripture, Jesus stayed with his disciples. It took time to let them know exactly what he wants to do. That is always missing. You don't just recruit, you impact on people. And I can tell you will be at rest of mind. There is that other aspect where, the spiritual aspect where I'm talking is that nobody can afford me. Nobody can. The fun is there. I refuse to see it. I refuse to hear, because the words I speak, they are not ordinary. You understand? And these people we are raising, because you might not believe in this. Everybody invests so much in other things. I invest in these areas, which makes me to have that peace of mind. It's not as if you will not have two peace, but because you are a visionary, you will understand how to impact on. And you must create the time. You must create the time. As I'm here, before I came in here now, I'd had 3-4 meetings. He knows. I'm doing cyber security. You understand? And your time, is something you have to pay attention and then find the best approach. You're not there, so you find a way you are there. And your being there is not to monitor. A lot of people are looking at what is missing, what is this. You are being guided to guide to what you want to see. Refuse to remove your concept and mind, from people. The business has done better. I'm not boasting than when I sit with them, because of the investment you place in the people, and then your spiritual dimension too.
Thank you.
Session, and like everybody has expressed their surprise at the turnout, it's good. Let's not be bothered. Bishop Oyedepo said something that the same way he's preaching now that he has so much big congregation that we have all seen, the same way he has been preaching when 2, 3, 4, or 5 people are seated before him. And you can see, the vibe in the man even till now. Yeah, having said that, one of the speakers spoke about purpose. Yes, purpose. When purpose is not abuse, it's everything. Yeah, we are here, we are not many today. I came late, and I'm sorry for coming late. Why I'm saying that is because I've learned something within a very short time I came in, and I'm like, why did I come late? Though I have some other thing that took my attention. Yeah, my question is this: what next? We want to build a community of people who want to make impact in business, people of color. There are some barriers in the land that we have all seen since we came in. There are some barriers, and we need to scale through those barriers. We need to scale above them. What next from here? This is the first session. Yeah, what next? What are we going to do? There are some people here who maybe they are into business back home in Nigeria. They are here today. They want to take it further. They don't know how to go about it. You've said a lot of things, and we need to take it further. What are we doing next? What's the next step? To gather those people together and to move on. Then secondly, I've seen that there are some books that have been written. It's been talked about how much is this and that. Yeah, I want to pick those books. Yes, I want to pick at least. Let me know how much it takes so that we can take it and get it. Then lastly, for me who came late, I don't know some other people came late. Bible says something about faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word, not having heard. Yeah, I've heard some things here, I've heard them before, but again, I want to be able to relate with them more and more, and then from there, my mind will shift. Something will break loose within me. So please, is there a way we can get what has been put together here today so that some of us can go through them again? And I have some young guys in my house that I need to push. In the academic and academic business, I'm trying to push one to you, but it's not really allowing itself to improve. But what I'm listening to here, I need to get it, to knock it into their head very well so that I can, thank you very much.
I would say do not despise little beginnings. This is the first conference we're organizing, and we have a global presence. Everything we're doing is fully recorded. We have a lot of viewers and those who are really interested in transformational global Gurugeeks as a business, and they're still going to be watching this. It's going to be live on YouTube, all our Instagram handles and all that. We'll share that maybe during the networking session. But of course, we need to make it bigger. But the thing about marketing in terms of this program is that everyone needs to be involved. When you see the advert, many people have been seeing our statuses, you've been seeing things on Facebook, or some people just ignore. Not even a simple like or a repost. And yet you now say you turn out to someone. The question is, we must learn to support each other. We need to learn to support each other. It's a culture that most Africans are still yet to understand. If this was a Chinese event or some other Ghanaian or South African, we will see the way they will, even the Europeans. So we need to learn from this culture of synergy, working together. And many of you have platforms, many of you have associations, many of you have groups. How many of you have been able to share with your own networks? So it takes a community to really expand this. Nevertheless, we are not perturbed. We are not worried because we know where we are headed, right? Most of the time, the Messiah is not always appreciated in his own community. We've done this conference twice in Wolverhampton. Myself and Mr. K traveled 4 hours to Wolverhampton. We are organizing another one in London, September. You see, we have a target to reach 10 million people, isn't it? It's going to happen because we're not going to stop, right? We're not going to stop. We'll keep going and it will keep getting better. The path of the righteous always shine brighter and brighter. The next thing after today, once we finish this session, we'll have a networking activities whereby you will have the stand for the book, we have the stand for financial services. I'll be there. You have a roll-up banner there for the IT. We'll take all questions. We'll take your details, and then we'll start to plan. We'll set up a community WhatsApp group where we can start to send messages and update everyone. So that's where we're going to start the communication, right? Because this is the first we're organizing. But we need promise from you, all of you. Go back to your own social media platform and go and write something about what you've learned here, what you've seen, what you've heard, the pictures. Try to repost it. Find Transformational Shift Global on Instagram. Find Gurugeeks on Instagram. And so that whenever we report, because we're still going to clean up this video, we'll edit, we'll structure it, and then it will be on YouTube. We'll share it on the community WhatsApp group, and then please repost it. Share. This is still going to grow. We're going to have a replay of this one, even in Ipswich. All right, sir. And thanks to Pastor as well for sharing. So I hope I've answered all your questions, sir. Thank you.
Concerning the IT stuffs, I just want to know that for people that do not have any IT background, no knowledge at all, is it possible to start somewhere and work the way through? And for the training sessions that you mentioned, is it a one-on-one class or an online stuff?
A brilliant question. So, in terms of the IT Training Academy, it's currently we focus on virtual training. So it's virtual so that anyone around the world can join. So it makes it easy. It's a flexible training session whereby sometimes we have sessions in the evening because some people work during the day. And then we are flexible in terms of how we schedule the class if you're not able to make it. So in terms of the training, so we have a 3-month training, we have a 6-month. A 3-month focus on the curriculum where you follow the methodical process. So you go through the theoretical as well as the practical sessions per module. Okay, you can have about 12 to 13 modules based on the course that you're doing. And it's not a one-on-one, so you have multiple other students in the class with the tutor. But it's a very good size, so it's not as if it's that large, right? But of course we want to grow and expand. Well, currently the way we designed it is very concise so that you can have that relationship with the tutor as well. There is a part of mentorship that we do. If you go for the 3-month training, we will guide you beyond the training. We will do things like your LinkedIn profile, creation, and then fine-tuning. I did that for Pastor's son. That's why I was saying it the other time. So I've helped him on how to really improve his own profile on LinkedIn. So we do that as well. Interview support.